Look at that sunset. Fellas and lady fellas, look at that sunset and look at this beautiful, beautiful desert landscape. Oh, and there's the Live Fast Die car sitting just astride this dry lake bed. It's the Sometimes Vlog. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. Good evening, everyone. I have no idea when you'll see this video, but for me, it is evening. It is sunset, and we are here at one of the most, if not, possibly the most extreme location we will ever be at on a Sometimes Vlog, which is Death Valley National Park in California. And right now, we are standing, we, meaning me and you, through this little magical box, are standing over 100 feet below sea level here in Death Valley National Park. I'm not exactly 100% sure at the moment where exactly the temperature was taken, but this is the also home to the hottest recorded temperatures on the planet. This is the lowest, driest, hottest national park in our national park system. I believe it is, I think it's one of the lowest points on Earth, if not the lowest, but I think it's one of the lowest points on Earth is in Death Valley National Park. Certainly the lowest point in the United States, at least the continental United States. And I think one of the mountains surrounding Death Valley is actually one of the highest points in the continental United States. So a land of great extremes. I'm not well versed in my Death Valley knowledge, mostly because I'm still kind of sick and spent all day roaming around Death Valley. Well, mostly getting to Death Valley. And since then, roaming Death Valley, going up these crazy canyons and crazy things. Whoa! Avoiding getting hit by trucks. Looking for stuff for Random Land. So I've been out here filming Random Land and also scouting out some stuff and some wonderful things for filming actually tomorrow. For not just one, but a couple of different Death Valley videos. This, though, my friends, is definitely a major bucket list achievement to come down here and stand in Death Valley. Who comes to Death Valley? It's super, super weird. It's one of those blank spots on the map. You think, oh, it's got to be not too far off the road. It's kind of like the Grand Canyon, you know. It'll be right off the interstate there. I see the sign near Baker on the way between LA and Vegas all the time. I'll just pop off and go to Death Valley. No. From Los Angeles to Vegas is way shorter than from Los Angeles to Death Valley. The map sort of highbucks your perception of just how far away the center of Death Valley here near Furnace Creek or Stovepipe Wells, the main attraction area of Death Valley, is super, super far away. Not only that, but the second that you get out of civilization, I'm sorry if it's windy, I can't really control the weather. The second that you get out of civilization and head into this, you lose all cell phone reception. There's a few points near the visitor center where you get where I get roaming just a little bit, some little smidgeroos of droplets of service. For the most part, absolutely nothing out here, absolutely nothing on the way here, nothing near most of the hotels out here, just nothing. So if you don't see much from me on social media, it's because I am still in Death Valley looking at all of this. But I had to share this with all of you. Look at that. Okay, see, and we got to tap it and adjust it a little. This is closer to what I'm seeing with my eye. That's a little bit closer to reality. It's weird how the phones change. They adapt, you know, to the different changes in light. But it is gorgeous and beautiful and totally, totally silent out here. Listen. Hello! Not even an echo. That's how vast. I can pretend there's an echo though. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, creepy. No echo, no nothing. Just dead silence. I can actually hear that car coming from way far away. Anyway, Death Valley. Can you believe that? So here's a little peek at just the side of the road here, I think off of Highway 190. Earlier I was up around Artist Palette and all kinds of canyons and doing all kinds of wonderful strange things, scoping out the area for tomorrow. I hope this reaches you before tomorrow. Currently for me, it is Wednesday, so if this doesn't get uploaded somehow till the next day or the next day or something like that, hello from the past. Maybe you're watching it in the future. Maybe you're already watching it in the future, since it'll be the future of when I'm filming it, because I'm standing here near a dry lake bed in Death Valley. along the side of this highway where now all of a sudden there's about 1 million cars coming by who are probably all wondering what in the world this tall, skinny guy is doing out here in one of the hottest places on earth. By the way, though, right now in April, it's actually not very hot here. It's, I think, about 70-something degrees right now, and it is sunset, so that's wonderful. Death Valley, by the way, will kill you. It's not only super, super hot in the daytime, normally like in the summer, obviously, it gets up to 120 and higher degrees, Fahrenheit, that is. I have no idea how to use Celsius, so let's just stick with Fahrenheit for now. But at nighttime, it also drops below freezing most of the time, so there'll be ice forming down here in the dry lake bed in different parts of Death Valley. So the temperatures don't just go all the way extreme to being the hottest place, but they also go really cold, below freezing. The legend is that Death Valley got its name because California gold seekers, some 49ers, were trying to shortcut their way into California, probably towards San Bernardino, which is one of the early settlements in Southern California. And as they're heading that way across the desert, they tried to shortcut, ended up going through Death Valley, getting lost. Only one wagon made it out alive and came back for the rest of them, but one of them died. And as the rescued 49ers, the immigrants crossing through the desert, finally got out of this quote-unquote heck hole, one of them turned around and said, "Goodbye, Death Valley," sarcastically, and the name has stuck ever since. Not 100% sure that's a true anecdote, but that's the legend, so let's just stick with that, right? Look at this. Nobody. Just nobody. So I'm on my way to Betty, B-E-A-T-T-Y, Nevada, to go to a hotel and sleep well, hopefully there, and get up early, come back to Death Valley. But this is a major bucket list achievement for me to stand in Death Valley, and I had to share it with all of you. I made it. I made it to Death Valley. Which is weird because it's really not all that far from my house, probably 5 or 6 hours, I think, to get here from Anaheim. And yet I've never been here in the whole course of my life. I've been to Yosemite about 1 million times, been all over the United States from sea to shining sea, and I've even been to Hawaii, and never set foot in Death Valley till now. 2015. Pretty crazy stuff. It's actually extremely desolate, extremely quiet. There's all kinds of poisonous creatures and extreme temperatures and stuff here. But at the same time, some of the stuff I've seen on my way to and in Death Valley today has been some of the most beautiful scenery I have ever seen in my entire life, and I am not exaggerating. It is amazing out here. Anyway, I'm still really sick. Just sort of a head cold, gross little cough, sore throat, stuffy face. If you didn't see yesterday's vlog with Adam the Woo facing some fears in Tarzan's treehouse, you can go ahead and do that at Disneyland. We'll be back at Disneyland this weekend. But for the moment, I am here in Death Valley working on some random lands. I'm not here on vacation. No, I'm not prospecting for gold. I'm in the old west working on some Random Land adventures. If you've never heard of Random Land, go to our channel, youtube.com/livefastdiepoor. We have about 100 episodes of Random Land over there. So if you're fishing for a new episode of Random, where's the new episode? There's probably some old ones you haven't seen, in addition to tons and tons of sometimes vlogs. If you haven't seen, some of them are hilarious, some of them are sad, some of them are kind of pathetic. But there's plenty of videos to go watch if you're hankering for some videos. And also, don't forget to check out our cool new hats. Plus, we have some sweet new t-shirt designs designed by some of you on livefastdiepoor.spreadshirt.com, including an Old Man Chatsfield shirt, which is hilarious, by Lavinia, and Connor Clem designed us a very interesting black and white cartoon thing of me and Tyler as a Random Land t-shirt. So it's a livefastdiepoor.spreadshirt.com. That's my shameless plug for the t-shirts. They do help fuel this vehicle. Also, donations at livefastdiepoor.com. There's a little donation thing somewhere on there on the right hand side or something. Fuel the gas tank to get us here. One specific person did help donate to this trip in particular to accomplish this Random Land that I hope to accomplish tomorrow. And so to do that, I'm going to need to stop using what little voice I have left and probably get back in my car before I am run over by a crazed, dehydrated, desert traveling motorist. Yes, so I'm going back to the hotel now. I have scouted several things to film tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to accomplish everything I need to accomplish tomorrow and not have to stay a second night and stay here Friday as well. As beautiful as it is, there's a lot of work to do for Random Land, And we have stuff to do back in Southern California, and plenty of you to meet at Disneyland this weekend, and also next weekend at Star Wars Celebration, which we will be attending, Tyler and I, at least for sure. So I hope to see you all there. Goodbye for now from Death Valley. I've done my duty. Now it's time for me to go home and sleep well. And by home, I mean a hotel. All right, everybody. LiveFastDivePort.com, LiveFastDivePort@Spreadshirt.com. My social media is @JustinScard, personal, Twitter and Instagram, also Facebook. And, of course, we have Live Fast Diveport, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as well. So goodbye, everyone. The sun has set in the old west. I love you all. Good night.